God never writes you off. The rejected child. Some children wake up to love, others wake up to pain. At just 12 years old, Deborah already knew suffering. She swept the compound every morning with an empty stomach, while her stepmother shouted at her like she was nothing. Her stepsister ate good food and laughed, and Deborah watched in silence. She was treated like she didn't belong, like her life had no value. But little did they know, God was watching. Will her story ever change? Watch the video to the end and see what happens to Deborah. The end of this video will shock you. You will never amount to anything. The pain didn't stop. Every day, Deborah carried heavy loads, not just on her head, but in her heart. Her stepmother beat her with words sharper than knives. "You will never amount to anything," she said. Those words followed Deborah everywhere, but even while crying, she kept walking, because sometimes rejection is not the end. It is preparation. God heard every word. That night, Deborah slept hungry again. No food, no comfort, only tears. She lay on her mat and whispered a prayer, not loud, not proud, just honest. "God, please don't forget me." When people turn their backs, God listens closely, and heaven was already moving. The pain didn't stop. The stepmother gave her products to go sell in the market. She said, "Look, Deborah, you must sell everything before sunset." She raised up her hand, and she said, "God, please do not forget me." On a lonely path that evening, Deborah met someone unexpected, an old woman with kind eyes and a peaceful smile. She didn't shout, she didn't judge, she listened, and then she spoke words Deborah had never heard before. "My child, God sent me to you. In one moment, please, can you help me put this load on my head?" The old woman asked Deborah, and Deborah obeyed the old woman. That was the beginning of her destiny. That changed direction. This is example of the word that said never judge a book by its cover. God sends helpers. The old woman took Deborah to her house, fed Deborah, gave her shelter, and loved her like a mother. Before Deborah left, she placed 3 eggs in her hands, and she said, "When you reach a T-junction, break them. Whatever comes out shall be yours." Deborah didn't argue. She didn't doubt. She believed. Because obedience unlocks miracles. Deborah got to the T-junction, and she broke the eggs according to what the old woman instructed her to do. Boxes of money came out, gold, silver, and many other things. And Deborah became a big girl. She was happy and dancing. Faith is about to speak. In one moment, poverty bowed. Tears turned into praise. The girl they rejected was lifted by God Himself. One day can change everything. When Deborah's stepmother and her stepsister did not see Deborah for days, they never bothered because Deborah is not her child. She was feeding her child happily without thinking about Deborah. And when her daughter asked her mommy, "Where is Deborah?" and the woman said, "I don't know. Maybe she's dead, or she is kidnapped on her way to the market." Time passed. Deborah grew not just in age, but in favor. She dressed well, she lived well, she helped others. The same girl who slept hungry now lived in abundance. This is what happens when God rewrites your story. Elevation is real. One day, on a road, 2 tired women walked together. A luxury car stopped beside them. The door opened, and out stepped Deborah, confident, elegant, transformed. The same child they once rejected now stood above them. When her stepmother and her stepsister saw Deborah, they were shocked, and Deborah is them. "Do you remember me?" They both looked at her closely, and they could not remember her. Deborah said, "Well, this is Deborah, your stepdaughter, whom you once said she can never amount to anything." Both of them were shocked, and they fell on their knees to beg her. God can change your story in just a minute. Never give up on Him, because your miracle is on the way. Deborah looked at them and spoke gently. People may write you off, but God will never write you off. When God shows up, those who looked down on you will be shocked to see you at the top. Never treat anyone badly, because tomorrow is unknown. She entered her car and drove away. Peaceful, victorious, fulfilled. People may reject you, but God never rejects His own. The story of Deborah is what is happening in our society today. Rejection, intimidation, and hatred. In the book of Psalm 126, 1-2, said, "When the Lord turned thee again the captivities of Zion, we were like them. That dream then was our mouth, filled with laughter and our tongues with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord had done great thing for them." In simple words, it means God restored his people so wonderfully it felt like a dream, and their joy overflowed with laughter and praise. As Christians and children of God, we should always learn how to treat people right and equally, because you don't know where you will meet them tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment for more Bible story. Also hit the notification button. Remain blessed.